Stop. My name is Arjun. 2 years ago, I was the kind of person who got affected by everything. One comment from my boss could ruin my whole day. A taunt from a colleague, and I would think about it for hours. If my girlfriend was in a bad mood, I would panic. Small things disturbed me. I overreacted, I overthought. And the worst part, people knew it. They knew I was easy to trigger, so they did it. In office politics, I always lost because my reactions were predictable, my emotions were visible, and that was my biggest weakness. Then, one day, something happened that changed my life. A senior colleague insulted me in an important meeting, in front of the whole team, and I reacted. I defended myself, I argued, and guess what? I lost, because when you react, you have already lost. That day, a mentor recommended a book, React to Nothing: How to Become Dangerously Confident. The title itself was powerful. When I read it, everything became clear. Non-reaction is real power. Silence is strength. Control is confidence. Today, I will share all the lessons with you in a story format. If you get easily triggered, feel hurt by others, or seek validation, this summary is for you. The book starts with a powerful idea. Non-reaction is real power. This was mind-blowing for me. Since childhood, we are taught to speak up, stand up for ourselves, and fight back. But this book says real strength is not reacting. Let me give you an example. In that meeting, my senior said, "Arjun's work is always late. The quality is average." It was a lie, but he said it in front of everyone. Old Arjun would react immediately. "No, my work is on time. The quality is good." I would show data, give proof, and argue, and that is exactly what he wanted, to see me in a reactive mode. Because when you react, you look defensive, weak, and desperate. Now, imagine if I said nothing. I just listened calmly, gave a slight smile, maintained eye contact, and moved to the next topic. What would happen? He would feel frustrated. His power would end. When you don't react, the other person has no control over you. That is the power of non-reaction. Your silence is your strength. Your non-reaction is your weapon. This is not just theory, it is a practical strategy. When you don't react, you stay in control, calm, and confident. People get confused. They think, why is this person not reacting? Did I fail? And that is when you win. Now let's talk about emotional mastery. This is the second lesson. Non-reaction is not easy. Inside, your emotions are boiling: anger, hurt, frustration. So how do you control them? The book gives 3 steps. First, awareness. Notice when you are triggered. Your heart rate increases, your breathing gets fast, your hands feel tight. Second, pause. Create a gap between trigger and reaction, just 3 to 5 seconds. Take a deep breath, count slowly. Third, choose. Now decide how to respond or not respond. In most cases, the best response is no response. One day, my girlfriend said something hurtful on purpose. "You never understand my priorities." Old Arjun would react immediately. "I always make time for you." An argument would start. But this time, I followed 3 steps. Awareness: I am feeling hurt. Pause, deep breath for 5 seconds. Choose: okay, I understand why you feel this way. Let's talk later when we are both calm. Result: no fight, no drama. She appreciated it later. Now, a very important topic: validation seeking. This was my biggest problem, and maybe yours too. We all want people to approve us, like us, and respect us. When we don't get it, we feel desperate. The book says, the moment you need someone's approval, you have already given them your power. This hit me hard. I realized I was always seeking validation from my boss, colleagues, girlfriend, parents, and friends. When I didn't get it, I felt I was not good enough. Validation seeking is a trap, an endless trap. One day you get appreciation, next day you don't. Again, insecurity. This cycle never ends. So what is the solution? Self-validation. Every night I asked myself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What am I proud of? What can I do better tomorrow? Then I appreciated myself. Good job, Arjun. At first it felt awkward, but slowly it became powerful. When you validate yourself, you need others less. No need, no desperation, natural confidence. Now let's talk about mental armor. Life will bring negativity, criticism, rejection, and insults, so you must protect yourself. First technique, emotional detachment. Not emotionless, but observing emotions. When someone insults you, interesting, this person is trying to hurt me. I feel angry, but this is just an emotion. I am not this emotion. Second technique is reframing. Turn negative situations into learning. Boss criticizes? Is it valid? Improve. If not, it's their problem. Colleague taunting? Interesting, maybe they feel insecure. This makes negativity powerless. Third technique is boundary setting. Decide what you accept and what you don't. One colleague always criticized my work. Earlier, I tolerated it. Then I said calmly, I appreciate feedback, but please talk to me directly, not in front of the team. Boundary set. He respected it. Now, practical confidence. Confidence comes from action, not thinking. First, body language. Stand straight, shoulders back, chest out, chin up. I practiced power posing for 2 minutes daily. It felt silly at first, but it worked. Second, voice control. Speak slowly and calmly. Fast, high voice shows nervousness. I slowed my speech in meetings. People noticed I looked more confident. Third, eye contact. This is powerful. Before, I avoided eye contact. It felt awkward, but I started practicing in conversations, meetings, and presentations. At first, it was uncomfortable, but slowly it became natural, and the effect was amazing. People started taking me more seriously. Fourth action, comfortable silence. Earlier, I was afraid of silence. I tried to fill it with unnecessary talk. But the book says silence is confidence. You don't need to fill every moment. Sometimes silence is more powerful. Now, some real-life scenarios where I used these principles. First, office confrontation. A colleague criticized my project in front of the manager. This approach is wrong. Arjun doesn't know what he is doing. Old Arjun would defend and argue. New Arjun smiled and said calmly, "Interesting perspective. Let's discuss this in detail later." Then I moved on. Result: the manager was impressed. The colleague was frustrated. Second, personal relationship. My girlfriend was upset. "You never understand me. You are always busy." Old Arjun would argue back. New Arjun paused, took a deep breath, and said, "You're right. You feel frustrated. I should understand better. Let's talk calmly later." Result: the fight stopped. Third, social pressure. Friends planned an expensive trip. It was out of my budget. Old Arjun would go and feel stressed later. New Arjun said, "No, I will skip this time. Next time for sure." Simple, direct, no explanation. Result: no judgment, only respect. Now, how to become unshakable. Unshakable does not mean nothing affects you. It means you stay calm and centered. Concept: the eye of the storm. Outside chaos, inside calm. How to achieve this? First, daily meditation. I started 10 minutes daily. Focus on breath. Thoughts come, let them go, return to breath. This trained my mind to stay calm. Second, worst case planning. Think about the worst case. Boss fires you? Okay, find another job. Life doesn't end. Breakup? Painful, but you will survive and grow stronger. This reduces fear. Third, identity separation. You are not your job. You are not others' opinions. Your job or relationship does not define your worth. If you lose a job, I lost the job, but I am still valuable and capable. Now, some advanced techniques. First, strategic silence. Sometimes saying nothing is more powerful than speaking. When someone insults or criticizes you, just smile, acknowledge, and stay silent. This silence feels uncomfortable, but it is uncomfortable for them, not for you. This silence makes them realize their attack failed. Second technique, deflection with humor. When someone attacks you, don't take it seriously. Reply lightly. Arjun, you work very slow. Yes, I follow the tortoise strategy. Slow and steady wins the race. Light, humorous, non-defensive. This diffuses the attack. Third technique, the gray rock method. Become boring. When someone tries to provoke you, give boring replies. Minimal. No emotion, no long explanation. Okay. Maybe. No reaction. When you are boring, you become an uninteresting target. Manipulators leave you because they get no reaction. Fourth technique, pre-framing. If you know a situation may become confrontational, set the frame early. I know we may disagree, and that's okay. I am open to different views. This prevents a defensive situation. Now, long-term transformation. This is not overnight. It is a gradual process. Month 1, initial practice. Read the book, understand concepts, try techniques. It feels awkward and unnatural. Doubts come, but stay consistent. Month 2, small wins. In some situations, you stay calm. You see it works. Confidence grows, but still inconsistent. Month 3, building momentum. You start choosing when to react. People notice you are calmer. Month 4 through 6, visible transformation. Non-reaction becomes natural. You stay calm automatically in most situations. Month 6 plus, new identity. Now you are not easy to trigger. People see you as confident and composed. You feel powerful and in control. Confidence is not something you have, it is something you practice. Now, common mistakes. First, suppression. Non-reaction does not mean hiding emotions. It means feeling them, but not being controlled by them. Second, being passive. It does not mean accepting everything. Choose your battles. Third, being fake. Don't act emotionless. Be real, but respond wisely. Fourth, expecting quick results. It takes time and consistency. Fifth, isolation. Don't become cold and disconnected. Be calm, but still warm and connected. Now, a practical plan. Week 1, awareness practice. For 1 week, just observe. When someone triggers you, just notice it. Okay, I am getting triggered. No action, just awareness. This is the foundation. Week 2, pause practice. When triggered, take a 5-second pause. Deep breath, count to 5. Then react normally. The pause is important. Week 3, choose practice. Now choose consciously. After the pause, decide, should I react? In 50% of situations, try not reacting. Week 4, increase percentage.
Try not reacting in 75% of situations. Choose only important battles. Weeks 5 through 8, consistency. Practice every day. Slowly, it becomes natural. Daily exercises. Morning visualization. Every morning for 5 minutes, imagine someone triggering you and how you will stay calm. Evening reflection. Every night for 10 minutes, reflect. Where did I do well? Where did I react? What can I do better? Weekly review. Every Sunday, review the week. Track progress. Notice patterns. Now, specific situations. Situation 1. Boss gives unfair criticism. Old way, defend immediately. New way, I understand your concern. Can we discuss this privately? Calm and professional. Situation 2. Colleague jealousy. They downplay your success. It was luck. Old way, argue. New way, smile and move on. Situation 3. Relationship argument. Partner says something hurtful. Old way, counterattack. New way, I see you are upset. Let's talk later when we are calm. Situation 4. Social pressure. Friends push you to do something. Old way, over-explain. New way, no, I'll skip this. Simple and direct. Situation 5. Online trolling. Someone posts a mean comment. Old way, reply and argue. New way, ignore, block, move on. Don't feed trolls. Now, benefits. First, mental peace. Before, I overthought everything. Now, I acknowledge and move on. No overthinking. Second, better relationships. Less reaction, fewer arguments, better understanding. Third, professional growth. People see you as calm and reliable. You get more opportunities. Fourth, self-respect. You stay composed. You keep your dignity. This builds confidence. Fifth, energy saving. Reacting drains energy. Not reacting saves energy for useful work. The book says, every reaction is an energy leak. Plug the leaks. This was my experience. When I was reactive, I felt drained. Now I feel energetic, focused, and productive. Now, mindset shifts. First, from I need to respond to I choose to respond. Before, I felt I must reply to everything. Now I know it is a choice. Second, from what will they think to what do I think? Before I worried about others' opinions, now I focus on my values and priorities. Third, from they are attacking me to they are showing themselves. Before, I took it personally. Now I see it as their insecurity and frustration. Fourth, from I must win to I must stay composed. Before, every talk was a competition. Now I focus on calm and dignity. Fifth, from they control me to I control myself. Now I control my emotions. Advanced scenarios. Scenario 1. Passive-aggressive behavior. Nice shirt, did you get it on sale? Reply, thanks. Move on. Scenario 2. Gaslighting. You are overreacting, it didn't happen. Reply, I know my experience, we can agree to disagree. Scenario 3. Public humiliation. Reply, I understand your point, let's discuss this privately. Scenario 4. Guilt manipulation. If you cared, you would do this. Reply, I understand you are disappointed, but I can't do this. Scenario 5. Aggressive confrontation. If unsafe, leave. If verbal, I see you are upset, let's talk when you are calm. Walk away. Maintenance. First, daily practice. Even when confident, continue practice. Morning visualization and evening reflection keep you sharp. Second, regular challenges. Put yourself in slightly uncomfortable situations. Step out of your comfort zone. Every month, create one challenge. Maybe a difficult conversation, maybe a new social setting. This keeps your mental strength strong. Third, accountability. Keep a friend or mentor who can give honest feedback. My friend sometimes tells me, "In the last meeting, you looked a bit defensive." This feedback is valuable. Fourth, continuous learning. Keep reading books, keep learning new techniques. Mindset work never ends. Fifth, self-compassion. Sometimes you will slip and react. It's okay. Say, "Today I reacted, tomorrow I will do better." The journey is not about perfection. It is about consistent practice. Now, some science. First, amygdala hijack. When triggered, your emotional brain activates. You react fast. When you pause and breathe, your thinking brain gets time. Then you respond calmly. Second, neuroplasticity. With practice, your brain rewires. Non-reaction becomes your default. Third, stress hormones. Reaction increases stress. Non-reaction keeps stress low, better health and mood. Fourth, mirror neurons. When you stay calm, others also become calm. Fifth, cognitive load. Reacting uses more mental energy. Non-reaction frees your mind. Now, my biggest realization. The person who angers you controls you. If someone can make you angry, they have power over you. One day, the same colleague tried to insult me again. This time, I felt nothing. No anger, no hurt, just neutral. I realized he lost control over me. This is true power, when nothing outside disturbs your peace. Freedom is not controlling others. It is not letting others control you. Now, practical tools. Tool 1, 10-10 rule. Ask, will this matter in 10 minutes, 10 hours, or 10 days? Usually, no. Tool 2, stop technique. S, stop. T, take a breath. O, observe your emotions. P, proceed calmly. Tool 3, reframe question. Will this matter after 5 years? This gives perspective. Tool 4, power pose. If you don't feel confident, stand for 2 minutes. Shoulders back, chest out, hands on hips. This increases confidence. Tool 5, mantra. Choose a personal line. Mine is, I am in control of my reactions. Repeat it in difficult moments. Tool 6, gratitude shift. When someone triggers you, think of one good thing about them. It reduces anger. Tool 7, future self visualization. Imagine your future confident self. How would they act? Do the same. These tools are simple but powerful. Practice daily. They will feel natural with time. FAQs. Q1. Does non-reaction mean being weak? No, it is strategic. You set boundaries and choose your battles. Q2. Should I not express emotions? You can express, but do it calmly, not reactively. Q3. How long does it take? Around 3 to 6 months with practice. Q4. Does it help in relationships? Yes, fewer fights, better understanding. Q5. Will I look cold? No, if you stay balanced. You can be calm and caring. Q6. Does it help in office politics? Yes, you become harder to manipulate. Q7. Is meditation necessary? Helpful, but not required. Q8. Will it feel unnatural? At first, yes. With practice, it becomes natural. Real examples. Person 1. Software engineer, 28. Faced bullying. Now people don't target him. Person 2, entrepreneur, 35. Handles criticism better, makes better decisions. Person 3, teacher, 42. Handles difficult students calmly. Person 4, student, 22. Can say no without guilt. These results show it works for everyone. Confidence is a skill. It can be learned. Final integration. Step 1. Identity change. Say, I am a calm and composed person. Step 2. Environment design. Create an environment that supports your practice. This silence feels uncomfortable, but it is uncomfortable for them, not for you. This silence makes them realize their attack failed. Second technique, deflection with humor. When someone attacks you, don't take it seriously. Reply lightly. Arjun, you work very slow. Yes, I follow the tortoise strategy. Slow and steady wins the race. Light, humorous, non-defensive. This diffuses the attack. Third technique, the gray rock method. Become boring. When someone tries to provoke you, give boring replies. Minimal. No emotion, no long explanation. Okay. Maybe. No reaction. When you are boring, you become an uninteresting target. Manipulators leave you because they get no reaction. Fourth technique, pre-framing. If you know a situation may become confrontational, set the frame early. I know we may disagree, and that's okay. I am open to different views. This prevents a defensive situation. Now, long-term transformation. This is not overnight. It is a gradual process. Month 1, initial practice. Read the book, understand concepts, try techniques. It feels awkward and unnatural. Doubts come, but stay consistent. Month 2, small wins. In some situations, you stay calm. You see it works. Confidence grows, but still inconsistent. Month 3, building momentum. You start choosing when to react. People notice you are calmer. Month 4 through 6, visible transformation. Non-reaction becomes natural. You stay calm automatically in most situations. Month 6 plus, new identity. Now you are not easy to trigger. People see you as confident and composed. You feel powerful and in control. Confidence is not something you have, it is something you practice. Now, common mistakes. First, suppression. Non-reaction does not mean hiding emotions. It means feeling them, but not being controlled by them. Second, being passive. It does not mean accepting everything. Choose your battles. Third, being fake. Don't act emotionless. Be real, but respond wisely. Fourth, expecting quick results. It takes time and consistency. Fifth, isolation. Don't become cold and disconnected. Be calm, but still warm and connected. Now, a practical plan. Week 1, awareness practice. For 1 week, just observe.